Sweet tips for people living with diabetes this holiday season. Add spices like cinnamon or ginger to enhance the flavor of sorrel. It doesn't have to be extra sweet. Have a limited amount of cake or ice cream as part of your meal. For example, if your meal has 3 grains of green banana, replace 1 grain of banana with a small slice of cake. Don't skip meals and keep your portion sizes in mind. Flavor desserts with local spices and natural sugar-free sweeteners. Enjoy the natural sugars in fruits when making punches or drinks instead of using condensed milk or sugar. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Introducing the Spice Isle Jewelry Grand Christmas Sale. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry above $115. Visit us to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Repair service second to none. Best value for scrap gold. At Spice Isle Jewelry, there's jewelry for everyone, so shop and save today. Treat yourself or someone you love this Christmas with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Serving you since 1986. Located on Grenville Street, St. George's. Call 440-3155 or 415-3155. And shop number 19, Spiceland Mall, Grandans. Call 440-6648 or 537-7801. Sale ends December 31st.
Grenada.
Count me, because we all count.
Count all of us. Nothing about us without us.
Count me.
Count me. We all count too.
Count me.
Count me. We all count too.
Count me. We are people too.
Count all of us. Nothing about us without us. Because we all count for the coming census.
Make your Christmas bright with our Christmas Countdown daily deals at Ramdani's True Value. That's right. Starting December 4th, you get 20% off select hardware, and there's new daily discounts all December long. It doesn't end there. Select Harris paints and accessories are 15% off, and all fabrics are 12% off. Get an early start on your Christmas shopping, and you'll get the best deals at all Ramdani's True Value locations. Don't miss these savings.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with joy.
All right. Let's say welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and I'm happy to be back with you for another day. We are ending off the year tonight. Of course, it's been a great year. I have to say thank you to every one of you for your involvement, whether it is that you're just a viewer, a sharer, a commenter, a top fan, a top viewer. We appreciate you. Tonight, we talk to you about some very important matters. 108 more COVID-19 cases identified today in Grenada, taking our active cases to 296. A quick jump, if you ask me. Just last week, we were below 50. No Omicron detected in Grenada, says the Chief Medical Officer. Grenadians comment on the reopening of schools and the hosting of events amid a rise in COVID cases. Barbados confirms its first case of the Omicron variant, and the CDC warns against cruises regardless of vaccination status. And COVID-19 cases increased 50% in the Americas in the last week. There's also a recorded 1 million cases worldwide daily. So we'll talk about all of that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. Gotta let you know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors. We want to say thank you to all our sponsors. It's been a pleasure. Folks, we're taking a break, and when we come back, it's going to be real news in Olio Lili Lulu. And again, if you have not yet done so, we are encouraging you to please share the program, because someone sharing the program will receive some free credit, compliments, Digicel. And if we feel generous, we might add a little more to that. So stay tuned. We'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
All right, so yes, let's say again, welcome one and all to another Mikey Live program. Let's get right into the news, and we are not staying too long tonight, all right? Now, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, that's GCNA, tells nutmeg farmers in the parish of St. John that purchases at the Guave processing station will be on hold until further notice. Now, this, it says, is due to the increased number of COVID-19 cases in recent days. Now, the GCNA says it's taking preventative action to secure the association's main processing plant for export and reduce the chance of having to temporarily close operations. Now, the GCNA noted that there was a situation at the processing plant at a few months ago when there was a spike of the COVID-19 cases. Meantime, the GCNA is advising everyone to please adhere to all of the COVID-19 protocols for their protection as well as for the family and friends and the nation at large. Now, this is one of the first proactive measures that we are hearing from one of the major companies in Grenada. As to whether or not other businesses would follow, I know that the last time around when we had that spike, when we had that wave, we saw a lot of that happening. So are we going to start now seeing a lot more of these companies somewhat pulling back a bit, keeping their doors closed for a little bit longer, adjusting operating hours because of the current spike that we are experiencing? Again, time will tell. And speaking of spike, what we can tell you right now, information fresh coming out of information coming out of the Ministry of Health tells us that there's been 108 more cases in Grenada as of today, and that's according to the latest dashboard published by the Ministry of Health moments ago. Now, that takes our total active cases to 296. Might I remind you, last week we were telling you the numbers were like around 50. A couple of days ago, it was 50. Now it has gone up to 296. You hear me? 108 new cases today. Yesterday, what it was, 64, somewhere there. The previous day was in the 40s. And so you see what's happening. So in 3 days, the numbers have been steadily increasing. Rapid increase, in fact. And it is something that Grenada has to monitor. We heard from the Ministry of Education yesterday that they are not sure as to what will happen as it relates to the reopening of school. They are awaiting guidance from the Ministry of Health. We're going to talk more about that. But going back to the dashboard, there were a total of 905 tests that were conducted. So, of course, they've been a little more aggressive in the testing. 905 tests, and the test positivity has moved up again to 11.9%. All right. We can tell you that this takes our cumulative amount of confirmed cases to 6,181. There has been no deaths, no hospitalizations, all right? No new recoveries, according to the data here. Now, as it relates to the vaccination, 35,811 fully vaccinated, partially 5,699, and booster doses, 2,414. These are your numbers, folks. We are again continuing to monitor this situation, as it seems like other countries in the region. Grenada is at the start of another wave of COVID-19 cases. It's the reality, but let's just continue to monitor. So the question would be whether or not it is the Omicron variant that is currently circulating in Grenada. Well, as you would hear now from the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sean Charles, there is no evidence to support this.
So far, from the samples that we have sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, we have not yet identified a case of Omicron. We have identified Delta, so Delta is still circulating in the country, but not Omicron. So there's a lot that we do not know about this virus. All right. One of the things that we do know is that it spreads incredibly quickly. All right. It's many times more contagious. It spreads much easier than Delta. We do know that. Time will tell us whether it is more deadly. But one thing we must pay attention to is that any pathogen, any organism which has the ability to spread very quickly and make many people sick at one time, also has the potential to make some of these individuals very sick and end up in your hospital. All right, it's just the numbers, a numbers game. All right, in time we will have sufficient information to know whether indeed it is as deadly or not when compared to the Delta.
All right, and of course, I know the question that many will be asking whether or not these are domestic or imported cases. We do not have any information to support. I can only assume that these are locally transmitted cases. All right. We are again going to continue to seek clarity on those questions that you have. We are hoping to have a discussion with the Ministry of Health or with a Ministry of Health official early next week, God's willing. We are now in the early stages of this, and so you give them the time to gather the data. I don't want to be too aggressive. Give them the time to gather the data, and we'll be able to share with us sometime early next week, God's willing. Now, the question on a lot of people's minds is whether or not school should be reopened on Monday as expected. The Ministry of Health is currently monitoring this current situation. The Ministry of Education say that they are waiting from the Ministry of Health. What does the public say about it? We will be able to share that with you right now as we took our cameras to the streets of St. George.
Well, it's a very serious situation that is unfolding. Of course, we know COVID-19 and the extent that it can cripple economies, shut down countries, etc. I thought that the speed at which a decision had to be made, it took a little too long, and the cases were rising at least for some time now, at least 2 weeks, a week and a half, we knew of cases increasing. So it took too long. As it stands now, school has been closed for so long, and parents may just feel that they can't be bothered. And we have to be careful with the complacency. We know the situation is a dire one, and we have to put the proper plans in place as it relates to that. The children's safety is most important, and if the decision has to be made to do virtual again, there must be modifications, and it cannot be in the way in which it was done recently. It's just too cumbersome, and we have to enhance it as we go along.
We had 2 cases of the virus here that closed the entire country down. Now we have over 130. It is time to start reimposing certain restrictions, start back with a curfew, and close schools. You cannot open schools now. It's dangerous for the health of the children.
I don't think that we have the capacity to deal with the fallout if, let's say, we do have lots of people getting sick here. So that's my concern. We know that children may not necessarily fall ill, but they can bring that virus to the homes where vulnerable people are, like their parents and grandparents and those that may have underlying issues. So I'm a little bit concerned, but I do hope that the existing protocols that have been helping people to make smart decisions, make sure that when they come home they sanitize, wash their hands, and encourage that among their children, hopefully we can avoid that. I don't believe in the shutdowns. I think schools are necessary for children, but at the same time we have to change the culture. We have to train them differently on what's normal these days in terms of how they interact at home and in the public, etc. And once we can do that intelligently, I don't anticipate we should have a major problem.
Thank you very much, sir. And that's some of the comments from people in terms of how we should handle the situation when it comes to the reopening of schools. I think by tomorrow, God's willing, we should be hearing from the Ministry of Education. I did attempt to get some further details or an update, and I was told that I would get one tomorrow, God's willing, because they're still looking at the situation and trying to determine a way forward. We have posted a poll on your screens, and so we would like to hear from you as to whether or not you think the schools should be reopened on Monday as planned. The numbers are coming in rapidly, and I'll be able to share that with you. Currently, what we can tell you is that we have 16% says yes, it should go ahead and open as normal. 70% says no, school should not be reopened on Monday. And there is 14% who says that they are not sure. We're going to give you some more time to respond to this poll, and then we're going to be closing the poll shortly. Again, the numbers are moving, so we see here now 15% says yes, it should be reopened. 70% says no, it shouldn't. And 15% says that they are not sure on what should happen. We encourage every one of you to go ahead and participate in this poll. No one can see what you voted for and who is voting. All right, so please go ahead and participate in this poll. So there's one question of the schools, and there's another about the events. You would know that the NYE, the New Year's Eve events, are taking place tomorrow, God's willing. A lot of parties, a lot of social activities. So there's this idea from some quarters that these events should be postponed or cancelled. And there's another section of citizens who are saying, well, you can't do that. All right. Again, we ask a few people on the streets, what do they think about that idea?
Well, first off, I don't know who authorized them. The season demands that things like that occur, so some of it could not have been avoided. But on the other hand, you had a situation where the curfew was lifted and it almost opened up the gate for that. So I thought, again, proper planning where that was concerned should have been done, knowing the season that we were entering and taking into consideration that the tourist season had opened up and people would be coming in regardless whether they came for the holidays or not. So we had to be careful where that was concerned. And at this present time, I am not entering into the blame game, but that certainly was labeled as a cause for the various spread, but I don't know if it did it by itself. So we have to be careful in terms of planning going forward. Again, modifications are required. Dealing with COVID-19, the situation consistently changes, and we have to be careful that we don't just use outdated mechanisms now to try and fight COVID-19. The locking down would not help. But at the same time, you have to find the balance. I don't know that you could have avoided some of the Christmas events, but a more robust campaign to ensure that people practice the protocols during the season should have been done. And I think somebody dropped the ball there.
All right, another viewer commented that, yes, it's a tough question to answer, but to cancel these events will be very premature.
This is a tough one, especially in the festive season. It's normal for us to naturally want to do so. I think they have to monitor these promoters or events, and if people are breaching those protocols, they should have the teeth to, at that time, just pull it off and say, you know what, you are breaching protocols, I'm sorry, you know, that's it. So we have to be a bit stricter. But I don't think by cancelling right now, and people have traveled to come home to see their family and friends, little family reunions and social events are part of that experience. So I think we have to step up our monitoring, not just depending on the police and the authorities per se, but as people. When you go to events and people are flaunting the rules in ways that are compromising us, we have to be our own policemen and women and say, look, this is enough, I'm out of here. Right? So that's how we have to do this thing. But just shutting down things just because there is that potential may be a little premature this time.
All right, so thank you very much. So these are some of your comments from some persons on the street as it relates to these issues. All right, as we move on. Barbados, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Kenneth George, on Thursday evening, today, disclosed that Barbados has recorded its first case of the Omicron variant of the COVID-19. The health authorities there received confirmation from the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARFA laboratory. He says to date, that is the only confirmed case that they know about. However, he says that I must couch that by saying that we have been doing testing preliminary sequencing at the local Dos Santos laboratory, and there's also preliminary evidence that is Omicron is established in Barbados. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with my text here. That's why I'm struggling to it's like it's jumbled. I'm trying to put it back together. But basically, what they're saying is that they have identified, they've been doing tests and so on there as well, but they have identified their first positive case of the Omicron, the first case of the Omicron. So what we can tell you so far, what we know about is case in St. Vincent, case in Trinidad, case in Barbados. We are like, they're like the three prongs, right? And we're in the middle. So it's just to say that we have to be realistic. If these islands have identified Omicron, we are at some point in time, because there's nothing that makes us more special than anybody else, will receive, we will get a case or two, or a few cases of the Omicron. It is going around the world like wildfire. 1 million cases per day in the last week, over 1 million cases, in fact, not 1 million, over 1 million cases per day in the last week. It's the dominant strain of the COVID-19 right now. In fact, the CDC is even warning against cruises. They're saying regardless of your vaccination status, you understand, to avoid cruises. They sent out that warning. Say regardless. You understand? Because they are seeing a lot of these cruise ships, and they are coming back with positive cases. You understand? Imagine, folks, data from the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, it showed that the COVID-19 cases increased 50% and deaths 11% in the region of the Americas in the last week, from December 19 to the 25th. More than half of the countries and territories in the region reported an increase in cases of over 20%. The Omicron variant has been reported in 27 countries and territories of the Americas. You understand? While the largest number of new cases were reported in the United States, followed by Canada and Argentina. Yeah, boy. Numbers are really high there. Powell said the number of COVID-19 cases is also rising in the Caribbean region. It said that Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Jamaica show significant increases compared to the previous week. Trinidad and Tobago, on the other hand, reported declines. But you also know that Trinidad and Tobago have been having a lot of deaths. Yes, this month alone, hundreds. You see, yeah, they're experiencing a lot of deaths, and so there are a lot of these countries are in fact seeing their worst numbers right now. In terms of the increases in the percentage and so on. It's just crazy. All right, speaking of increases in percentage, we have closed our poll in asking the question as to whether or not schools should be reopened on Monday. And the final results are as follows, and it's on your screen. We'll be closing it off shortly. So we have 17% of our viewers say, yes, schools should be reopened on Monday. Then there's 66% who says, no, schools should not be reopened on Monday. And there's 17% who says that they are just not sure as to what should happen. All right? Okay, promise you, not staying too long tonight. taking a quick moment to drink some water, taking a break. When we come back, we will have for you the weather. Yes, that's what I said. We will have for you the weather. We're not going to be doing the national report tonight. Stay tuned. We'll be back very, very shortly.
Sweet tips for people living with diabetes this holiday season. Add spices like cinnamon or ginger to enhance the flavor of sorrel. It doesn't have to be extra sweet. Have a limited amount of cake or ice cream as part of your meal. For example, if your meal has 3 grains of green banana, replace 1 grain of banana with a small slice of cake. Don't skip meals and keep your portion sizes in mind. Flavor desserts with local spices and natural sugar-free sweeteners. Enjoy the natural sugars in fruits when making punches or drinks instead of using condensed milk or sugar. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Let's get tough on breed, larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, call 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, please don't steal produce from your brother. Then you're selling to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
Boss Care is an innovative daycare center that opened its doors when the country reopened after the lockdown in 2020. Our center provides a nurturing, fun, and a safe environment for children to socialize, learn, and grow. We provide care the way you do. Our commitment to the parents using our service and the community is to provide care with a difference. And this is reflected in our flexible opening hours, creative learning programs to engage every child, and the benefits you receive when choosing Boss Care. This amazing center is a fully gated compound with lots of yard space to play and explore. We are minutes away from the Progress Park and a few seconds from the lovely beaches right here in Simone St. Andrew. At Boss Care, we cater for children 3 months to 8 years by offering full care time and aftercare services. Our opening hours are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. We open on Saturdays and holidays upon request. We offer day and night care, transportation services to drop home at nights and pick up from school in the afternoons, special discount packages to suit every parent's budget, and a team of professional staff that has years of experience working with children. So, what are you waiting for? Check us out on Facebook at Boss Care to see all the fun activities we do and get to learn more about us. Give us a call today at 534-1189 or 459-5632, or send us a message on Facebook or WhatsApp at 534-1189. Boss Care. Experience care with a difference.
Can't wait to see you. Bye.
Gifts of love with trend. Bringing love for you this game. Communion showing that we can. With gifts of love with trend.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we can. With gifts of love with trend.
delicious and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
All right, welcome back. It's now time to take a look and see what the weather will be like for tonight and tomorrow. According to the Met Office, the weather is going to be mostly fair at first, becoming partly cloudy after midnight with light isolated shower. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be about 25 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves up to 6 feet in open waters. And we can expect that high tide will be at 1:30 a.m. and low at 5:45 a.m. And for a look at the weather for Friday, we can tell you that on the final day of the year 2021, the weather is going to be mostly fair with a low chance of some brief morning and night time showers during partly cloudy spells. The maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius and the minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to easterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate with waves up to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is going to be in effect. All right, and we can expect that the tides will be high at 12:45 p.m. So that's it for your weather for Friday. Well, if you want to know what the weather is going to be like for Saturday, I can share that with you as well. What we can tell you is we expect the weather for Saturday to be partly cloudy to cloudy and windy with light occasional rain improving overnight. The max temperature for Saturday, 30.5 degrees Celsius. Minimum, 23.5. Is relatively cold in Grenadian context. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate with waves up to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. And for Sunday, the second day of the year, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy with a medium chance of a few brief morning and nighttime showers. Maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius, minimum 25. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. And the seas moderate with waves up to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is expected to be in effect for that day as... Oh, well, I didn't close off your results. I'm sorry. I was blocking your comments. I'm sorry. Not going to be doing the national report. Okay, so what else? I'm sorry. I really apologize that you guys. I forgot to take off the the results on your screen, so that impeded your comments. Well, you could have closed it yourself anyway, so that's right. What else? Well, folks, this is going to be a final, I think. All right, because I have I have a live show for you guys tomorrow. We want to end off the year with a service. So the live will be a church service tomorrow. So this is going to be our final news segment for the year, and I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you to every one of you, those of you who support this program, those of you who just view. We have people who comment, those who don't, those who share. I mean, once you're here, I'd like to say, even those of you who are not big fans and those of you who are just probably waiting to see me say something wrong, I still would like to say thank you for at least being interested in my failure. And those of you who are genuinely concerned about our success on this program, we would also like to say thank you very much. We appreciate you all the time. You know, we didn't set out to do this. It just happened. You know, it was just a wheeling motion, and then it ended up here. We woke up like this, you know. So we want to say thank you for just everything. It's been a really tough year for us as a people. We've had COVID to deal with. We've had 200 deaths of our people that we know. I am still trying to come to terms with some people who have died over. It's just unreal because they never got a chance to say goodbye. There was really no closure, not being able to attend some funerals and so on. So it's been really tough for a lot of us as a nation, and so, but we are resilient people, and so we want to say thank you to God for allowing us to still be able to overcome some of these challenges. And on a personal note, though, it's been a really good year, a successful year for Mikey Live as a business, as a news entity. It's been really good. And of course, that was not done single-handedly. It was, of course, with the cooperation of you, the viewers, and the support and the partnership of the corporate community. And so we are asking God to continue to bless us in these ways going into 2022. We also would like to continue to contribute and even more back to society in ways where we can help sick people or people who are really in need. We've done quite a bit of that over the past months for 2021. We don't really blow our trumpets on those things because that's not what it's about. And we also would like to say thank you to those who understand that. So you don't expect to see pictures and big news stories and exposing people who we have helped in that manner. From time to time, we will tell you if the family agrees and wants to share their story, we'll be able to do that. But generally, we want to make families as comfortable as possible. That if we help you, that you don't need to give us a rib. Yeah, we don't need to gain any sort of mileage out of our assistance to you. And so it's not easy to get sponsors and people to understand that, but we have been able to so do. And so we are saying thank you, thank you, thank you. The year ended really tough for me. I had that incident, and though I am still trying to recover from it, I have to say thank you to God for still allowing me to be able to function. You know, I really thought I was going to die. I really thought I was going to die. But I didn't. You know, God is not ready for me. There's no space for a midget in hell. There's no space for me, so Jesus say, hold on still. Yeah, I mean. But I would like to say thank you to those of you who express your concerns, and those of you who called, those of you who texted and say all of that, you know, ting, 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 ting. I would like to say thank you very much. And my family, those of you who have been really supportive, I'm saying thank you. And you too. I know that it's been a tough year for you. And just remember to express gratitude to those who have been there for you, the pillars who have been there for you, your support system. take some time to say thank you. You don't have to be elaborate with gifts and so on, but saying thank you, it goes a long way. All right, so yeah, do that too. So again, I would like to say thank you to every one of you. I love, 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 and appreciate you. In 2022, we're gonna rock. You know what I mean? We're gonna do this. All right, and don't give up. Don't give up on me. I plan to take a little drink of wine tonight. I don't drink, nope. But tonight I want to, because I feel like there's stress on the horizon when it comes to COVID and us nationally. We are going to have some problems. We are going to go through a rough period for the next few weeks. And that concerns me. And so it's like when you see those movies when, something is about to happen and there's nothing you can do about it, so you just sit down with the family and you eat. There's this movie, what's the name of the movie again? Where the comet was coming down. Don't look up the movie, don't look up. If you haven't seen it, check it out. All right, and there was nothing they could do about it, really. They knew that they were all going to be subject to that particular occurrence. So they decided to have dinner. The house is shaking and everything, and they're just talking calmly, because there's nothing you can do. And so tonight, I just want to take a drink of wine in preparation for what's to come. It's not that you're wishing, but you know. So I want to take a little drink of wine, because after tonight, I know there's no more drinking. It's just going to be work. work, work, work. So, y'all be safe. The virus is real. Be safe. Protect yourself as much as you can. Don't let your guards down. So let me tell you what we know so far. We know that a lot of people who have contracted and spread COVID did so claiming that they had a cold. Claiming that they thought they had a cold. Now write this down, so that would help you. So a lot of people who have contracted COVID and who have spread COVID onto other people initially thought they had a cold, a flu, a draft. One. A lot of people who caught COVID and transmitted it did so when they were most comfortable. Again, a lot of people who caught COVID and transmitted it to others did so when they were most comfortable. Write that down. This is my public health measure to you, so that you can protect yourself. And these are two main factors that contribute to the spreading. Now we are hearing a lot about wearing of the mask, sanitizing, social distancing. But I think these two must be added, because we must also understand how it is our behavior, innocent behaviors, can contribute towards these things too. We have to be aware of these things. One, again, you will initially think that is not what you think it is. And you go on to spread that. And two, it will happen when you are most comfortable around your friends, around your family, around those you love, in your home, by the bar where you're with your boys, that makes you feel comfortable. All right? Be guided accordingly. Family, this is it for us for 2021, and looking forward to seeing you in 2022. I love you. I love you. I love you. God bless you. And I'd like to say before I go, hello to all of you who are on YouTube. Everybody, those of you who are commenting, those are ting. Hello to you on YouTube, all right? It's Clovey, Gloria Boney, Marsha Purcell, Greens473, all of you on YouTube, hello to you. Those of you on Facebook, Cynthia, Joseph, Teresa, Brenda, Carol, Zaka, Suzette, Rolanda, Shireen, Leslyn, Javar, everybody, Cindy, to all acquaintance be forgot. Angel, somebody sing while I'm calling the names. Now let's put some drama and some suspense to the thing, the man. Earlies, Mom, Linton, Meryl, Cindy, come on, give me some music. Jacinta, Alistair, Suzette, you can't love me more. I love you more than you love me, okay, Suzette? Anne Marie, in fact. No, Anne. Maria Olive. So it's Anne. Win Chun, a Chinese man. Shana. Crystal. Did I say Carol? Yes, Alistair, give me some claps. Michelle, Maura, who else? Everybody. Ventress, Vicky, who else? Let me go and drink my rum. Now we're wine. Denise, Kireen, Abigail. Alright, so all your blessings and God bless you. Shomin and Shom. Laureen and everybody. God bless you. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Got you this time. Ja! No! God bless you. See you next year.